Alright, are you fed up of Alpha Strike yet? This is another Jason Byrne issue about Northman. This is issue 22, starring a very, very big lady. I didn't want to spoil it for you, but the cover is flattering. On the insides, she is even bigger. Her name is Pink Pearl, and this story involves the circus, and it is the same odd circus story you have read 1,000 times in other comics. This time it starts off with Aurora Borealis almost Billy Bollocks naked. After her and her brother fell out back in the Nemesis story, they haven't seen much of each other, but now she has turned to him for help, and not just help in finding some clothes. Her 80s schizophrenia is rearing its head again, and with her two personalities, there is a confident, sexualized Aurora Borealis personality, and then a quiet, abused religious girl one, and that is which of the two Ed people she is now. And she has discovered what happened was Aurora Borealis was gobbing on with Bigfoot, and then her other personality took our, and it ran off disgusted, but it did so using Aurora Borealis's powers, which she doesn't believe she can do. The fragile side, the victim side of her, or should I say the annoying side, it disassociates from the other personality and never accepted that she could do all the things Aurora Borealis can do. She sees the Aurora Borealis person as a sinner and evil, and her muty powers are like the devil's gift. This issue is also the one that establishes that Northman, he used to be a member of a radical terrorist group. He was in a violent cell of French separatists, and the French separatists come up so much in my videos. They are people who want the French-speaking provinces in Canada to be independent. The separatists are like Canada's very own IRA. Please comment down below with some bomb threats if you are a member of either of those groups who take issue with me casually comparing you like that. Let's check in on some of the other characters. Miss Maple and Talisman's daughter, Shaman, they are walking down the streets of Quebec, and then Miss Maple, she sees her dead husband in a crowd. But how can that be? He is dead. So then Northman, he takes Aurora Borealis to the circus. No reason is really provided, and he gets snogged by a girl, and afterwards he is clearly uncomfortable because he is a great big gaylord, and Jason Byrne isn't allowed to say so. And this woman is one of Northman's terrorist buddies, and she runs the circus now. But the circus isn't going well, and it's been a problem ever since Pink Pearl showed up. And there she is. I told you she was bigger than on the cover. I once knew a man who was this size. The first thing he said to me was, "Have you ever noticed whenever people pick up a guitar, they always play the A minor chord?" And I responded, "I usually play C." And he said, "I can't play C because my fingers are too fat." He used to eat packets of raw bacon as a snack. Anyway, Amy Schumer here, she is trying to take over the circus, and here is her amazing powers. She can grab Aurora Borealis by the head and shove her face first into a flab. When I've been saying that Alpha Strike have a rogues gallery with potential, I was not counting Pink Pearl. I have been thinking about Jason Byrne's run on Alpha Strike though, and I have come to the conclusion that, in my opinion, this is Jason Byrne's best comic. I think this is better than West Coast Avengers or Fantastic Force or whatever, because this is the only one where we have Jason Byrne at his peak, leaving a book on his own terms. This has an ending, it has a finish. It's not him storming off mid-story and leaving someone else to pick up the pieces. It's also a book where Jason Byrne was allowed to do almost anything he wanted. There wasn't any expectation or status quo for him to have to abide by. He made it up as he went along, and he did a lot of inventive stuff along the way. And it's just a shame that Jason Byrne personally didn't really like working on this book or the characters or ever really connected with the book. So Pink Pearl, she ties the twins up, and at this point the Aurora Borealis persona takes over, and obviously a fat lady with no powers except being fat, she has now today against super speed light powers. It is here where we find out about Northman's big secret, or one of his big secrets, that he has a checkered past and was part of some dodgy terrorist shite. The two of them easily just make a joke of Pink Pearl, and you may be astonished to learn that Pink Pearl actually has more appearances after this comic. And after defeating the fat lady, Aurora Borealis once more rejects her brother, this time because she has learnt stuff about him that she doesn't like, and she says that she is going to tell the rest of Alpha Strike about his past, so that they didn't want him to be a member anymore, and that he is no better than a criminal like Pink Pearl. Is it any wonder he stayed in the closet for so long with this bitch for a sister? I hate the circus. I hate comics about the circus, and so I should hate this a lot more, but it is okay. If this stupid Pink Pearl Circus story, if it spanned more than one issue, then I'd really have no patience for it. But as like a side story for a single issue, I can tolerate it. There's enough about Northman in this to make it not insufferable. I'll give this 7 thumbs up.